Hello and welcome to another episode of AV Tiles and Sanitary Kollam, Kollam's #1 tile shop. Today we are going to discuss why customers should choose full body vitrified tiles like these over the traditional granite stones. Let's watch. Granite has been used for centuries, mostly in Indian temples. We started seeing them as the steps to the temples and the sitting areas. But those were large chunks, obviously, because then we did not have the technology to cut them into small slices. But in the late 80s, when in India this technology emerged, our business just boomed. At that time, mosaic was the only option for flooring in India. But then, as the cutting technologies of stronger stones became cheaper and cheaper, we started getting marble and granite as the preferred flooring solutions. But in the early 2000s, the world developed another technology to make even thin tiles, which were as thin as 8 mm and almost as strong as granite, at least for the home floors. And those were ceramic and vitrified tiles. So this evolution from cow dung floors to clay floors, and from clay floors to cement floors to mosaic floors, and from mosaic floors came to marble and granite, and from marble and granite came vitrified tiles. I wish, as a human being, as a tile dealer, that this vitrified technology would have come slightly earlier. Why so? Is because the amount of ecological damage that we have done to our environment in the last 3 decades, the indiscriminate digging and mining of these stones from the earth has caused irreversible ecological damage already. These monoliths under the earth are very important to hold the water, to hold the moisture inside the earth's belly. Only when you have this moisture inside the earth's belly that you get healthy microbes that keep the soils fertile. And we have done enough and more damage. That's why this episode is all the more important, so that at least a few people who watch this episode, at least they choose vitrified tiles over granite. And these are those tiles that I want to introduce today. These are full body vitrified slabs from Kajaria, and they have even given this series a brand new name. It's called Kajaria Vitronite. Now, these slabs are 15 mm thick and they are almost as strong as granite. But nothing can be equally strong as granite. But the thing to understand here is, do we need so much strength on our kitchen countertop? Do we need so much strength on the floor? Do we need so much strength on our steps? So actually we don't, because a human being is only as heavy, and the things that we move over our floor are generally not so heavy and do not require so much strength that we dig up our earth and take those valuable minerals out of the earth. So these products have come down in price a lot in the last 2 years when I have started doing this. When I started, this terrazzo series used to cost 300 rupees at retail price. Today it has come to almost 220 rupees. So 100 rupees per square feet has come down on these. And why that has happened is because of 2 reasons. One is because these tiles offer colors that granites don't. For example, if you see closely, you have 3 shades of grey here. It's impossible to find 3 shades of grey in same design in granite. You will always jump from design to find more grey shade. If you look there, there's another grey. So on this small space itself, we have 4 shades of grey, which can easily replace a granite floor or any granite selection. And this is just the one example. The second reason of the price coming down is that people have started to employ them, started buying them in lot more quantity than used to 2 years back. So a lot of people have understood the importance of having colors in proper shade than going for granite all the time without thinking at all. Another important factor why we should use these tiles instead of granite is their consistency in color and size. For example, if a house owner or a builder goes and selects a granite in, let's say, a month of January, and he only needs it in the month of March, the lot that will get in the March and the lot that he first saw in the January will be considerably different. So there is no consistency in granite. So here you can select this material today and you can buy it next year, and you know that you will get the same color and the same shade. One more factor which make these slabs very attractive is the fading colors of granite. You see, we have been digging granites for the last 5 decades in India and indiscriminately in the last 2.5 decades. And during this digging, as we go down below the earth, the stones do not have so much color as they used to have 2.5 decades back. So as the color of the granites fade in its original form, the manufacturer are forced to put additional color when they make the final polish. So this final polish is done with the help of a resin and epoxy resin, and in this epoxy resin they add the base color of the granite to make the granite look more colorful. But this is problematic. After a few months of exposure to sun and air and water and everything, this color in the epoxy, this starts to shade, and also this pigment also corrupts the epoxy in the first place. So now the epoxy also starts to break in the heat and rain. After, let's say, 2 to 3 years, in most cases where there is extensive use of these granites which has been color enhanced, they start getting damaged. These vitronite slabs, they come in 2 forms. One form is the full body material. Full body material means the color is in the entire body. It means it starts from the top and till the bottom. You get the same color and the same specs also, which means if you bevel it or if you chamfer it, if you polish it, you'll get the same grains on the side as well. Now this series is far more stronger than the other series. The other series which we can see here, these carry the prints of original Italian marble. For example, this is a Diana. Now Diana marble is very expensive. The finishing cost of Diana marble in your home would cost you around 550 rupees to 800 rupees depending upon the quality, and this you will get for less than 200 rupees. But here this image is not there in the entire body or the 15 millimeter thickness. This is just on the surface. The rest of it carries only the base color. So here a plain vitrified tile and this glaze and print are being fused together in high heat. So if you can't afford Italian marble and you still want to have a quality marble look in your home, then you don't have to go any further. Vitronite has the solution. So I hope you liked our video where we tried to differentiate between natural granite and these new offerings. For more such videos, please subscribe us, and if you like the video, please leave a comment. Thanks a lot.